Greetings. This is a lab that's been set up in the virtual world. And I'll show you a few of the amenities and some of the equipment and some of the technology that can be used here to interact with any student who's set into this situation. In an instructional design standpoint, we may have, and we do have, teachers who are designing courses for students through the instructional design tools, say in Media Designs 5807. And so this type of environment would provide them some unique tools to augment anything they may already have in terms of texts and other types of learning accoutrements. Okay, well let's take a look at first of all we have a teleporter, and the teleporter is an instrument for traveling in the virtual world. So we could have teleporters that would take us to different environments, to historical simulations of Nobel chemists, for example. And then we of course have labs, and we can set the lab up by pressing a button. And there's a chemistry lab. It's for basic titration, and you can see it's a digital. It reads out digitally, and we can click on a beaker, and the beaker goes up there, and then we can titrate into that beaker. So we can titrate into the beaker and titrate into the beaker, and you'll see the readout is the amount of material we put in there. So we can actually run actual titrating lab experiments in here, and then when we're finished we can clean it off and we can reset it, and we can rerun our tests. Click on our beaker, it goes up there, and we can start titrating again. So instrumentation is pretty straightforward here in terms of science. And then if we wish to ask questions about anything, for example, like in science, and in particular STEM, all we need to do is to set up one of these expert panels, and we just need to activate the button. What are some examples of STEM projects? STEM is a huge domain, but a few would be biochemistry, biophysics, polymer chemistry, molecular biology, artificial intelligence, nonlinear geometry, quantum teleportation, green energy, and literally hundreds and hundreds more. How might we engage students in the VR-based project? Student engagement can use a number of communication channels in the virtual world. The list would include email, text message, direct voice, or phone, group conferences, video broadcast, whiteboards, and basically any technology found on the global internet. How might they collaborate? Collaboration can be asynchronous or synchronous via all the myriad of communication conduits I have already described. How might they collaborate? Okay, and we can go over here. You'll notice one thing we have in the lab, and we have all through the virtual world in our course rooms. We have suggestion boxes where the student can actually enter in suggestions for improvement or suggestions for augmenting the actual environment. So this is a very rudimentary chemistry and possibly physics lab. We can go over here, and we can use this particular control box to control some of the labs. We can make the chemistry lab disappear. We can make a physics lab appear. And the physics lab can have a laser beam on it. Press the button on the laser beam if we can get over to the button. And we can make the laser work. And you can see the laser bounces on this particular optical bench around and around. We can turn the laser off. Okay, that's just a few things that I could show you within the virtual lab.